Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk you through how to make your own handwriting sheets. One of the first things that we need to do is find a trace font. You may already have this in your word processing program, but mine didn't, so I needed to find a trace font. All I did was go to a website like this, fontspace.com. If you Google this, you can find many websites that do this. They just do free trace fonts. This one is the one that I used, and they have several options here. So you've got KG Primary Dots, Trace, you have Trace Font for Kids, there's a penmanship print. Whatever you feel that you want your child to use, go ahead and download that. This is the one that I picked. It's called Trace by Kids Fonts. All we have to do now is click download. And then once you have it downloaded, this is what it will look like when you open it up. The file, the actual folder, will open up using a zip extractor program. Again, your computer should already have this, but if it doesn't, you'll need to find something suitable that will extract zip files. So when you open the folder, you'll get these two files. All you need to do is click on the .ttf file. And when you do that, at least on a Mac, it will open up Fontbook. And it will just give you a preview of what the font looks like, so you can, just take a look at it again and make sure that that's the one that you want. And then all you have to do is hit install font. Once you install the font, and look for it in your list here, drag and drop it to Windows Office compatible, and then click on that, and then just double check that it's in there. There we go. So it's now in your Windows font book. All you have to do next is go to your word processing file. This is one that I already did before, so this is the actual file that I printed out for my children. As you can see, the font file is within the list of fonts here. It's just taking a little while to download because I've got so many windows open. But as you can see, if you scroll down the list of fonts here, you see Trace right here. If when you open up your word process, if you've already got your Word file open before you've installed the font, and then you come back here and check and it's not there, make sure you exit and quit Word and then start it again, and then it should come up in your list. So all I did was type out the alphabet. You can do this in any way that you want. You could obviously do 2 lines of it here. In smaller font, you could do it in larger font, whatever you want. I found that this size was a good enough size. This is 95, as you can see up here. This was a good enough size for my youngest to even try. She's turning 3 soon, and she's able to do this as well. So this size was totally fine for her. So what I did was I put the alphabet on one side, and then I put the name on the other side, and then I also used Arabic because that's what I want them to learn as well. The easiest way to do the Arabic is to actually copy and paste the Arabic word. I looked for a very, very long time for a trace font in the Arabic language. There are a few that I found. Unfortunately, they weren't supported or updated, so when you actually came to downloading them, there were several errors and things like that. So I didn't want to waste too much time actually finding it. There might just not be one that I can access for free anyway. So I decided a compromise would be to actually just find the word. So over here, I just Googled Yusuf in Arabic, and then you can just copy and paste, whatever your child's name is. I just copied and pasted the relevant Arabic into here, and then all I did was I obviously made it very large, so this is 200, and you can make it whatever font you want because it doesn't matter. And I went ahead and changed the color, so I put it in this light gray, which is handy because you can even do it lighter, to be honest, which is handy because then all they do is trace over the image, but they're still actually practicing, if that makes any sense. So that's another option if you want to do Arabic or anything that isn't in the English language. Once you're done with that, you have your trace sheet done. What I normally do is I print this out and I printed out double-sided. One, to save on paper, and two, because I intend to laminate it anyway. So this way they've just got one sheet for each of them, where you've got the alphabet on the one side and the name and Arabic and English on the other side, on the reverse. So all they do is turn it over and continue writing. That way I'm not keeping 4 sets of pages for both the kids. It's just 2 pages for each of them. Also, the reason I laminate it is so that they can use a dry erase pen on it and keep practicing and erasing over and over again. If you want your child to use pencil, obviously, or a pen on this, you can do that, but just be mindful of the fact that you will be printing quite a bit, using up quite a bit of ink and obviously paper. If you do not have a laminator, there is a way to work around using the dry erase pens. All you have to do is get one of these page protector sleeve things and pop the page in there, secure it with some tape on the other side if you need to. Sometimes the paper can shift, or they can shift the paper out when they're manhandling it quite a bit. So you might want to sellotape one edge, and then they can use that to write on it with a dry erase pen, and you can still erase that just as well as a laminated sheet. So don't feel like you have to have a laminator to actually do this exercise. There are ways to work around. If you have any questions, please leave them in the description box below and I will try to answer them. And if you found this useful, please share it with a friend and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.